The Bison Basketball Show with NDSU head coaches Dave Richman and Jory Collins. The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
What's going on, Bison Nation? We're back at it here on the Bison Basketball Show, along with NDSU men's coach Dave Richman. I'm Sam Neidermann. Happy to have you along with us as we gear up for another week of Summit League play, Coach. And coming off of an exciting weekend where we had two home conference games, ended up getting the split and wrapping up on a high note. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Sam. It's a sad life I live. I think sometimes it's amazing what 5 points can do for you, for how you feel for the next 3, 4, 5 days. But extremely proud of our guys, Sam. There's been some adversity, I would say more than some at times. Life is hard. Basketball can be hard. Our guys have responded tremendously with a great practice Friday. And obviously that carried over into Saturday afternoon against a very talented, very experienced Oral Roberts team. When I say experienced, they've had successful experience. And so a great feeling in that locker room about, what would that be, about 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was an excellent seat here inside the Shack. Coach, coming off of a loss against Denver, needed to bounce back, got it done against ORU, 72-67 the final. Looking at this one defensively, best 40 minutes that we've seen on that end of the floor from your squad?
Yeah, I think there's still a better version of us out there defensively, but when you talk defense, you talk about finishing possessions. And, you know, we made a conscious decision that, you know, coming out of that Denver game and just up to where we still weren't where we wanted to be defending and finishing possessions. And so we went with a bigger lineup across the board. And I thought our guys responded tremendously. I thought their intent, their focus, their energy, their effort was really good. We put some more length to eat up some space to make guys finish over bigger bodies. You know, and again, it's a one-game sample so far, but our guys responded, and it was successful on Saturday afternoon.
Well, speaking of that big front line, Noah Feddersen was a big part of it. Taking a look at some highlights from Noah here. He finished with 18, matching his career high, really got us going in the early going.
I think it was important that you get a synopsis of Noah throughout the whole season, where out of the gates he struggled a little bit, just finding his way as you'd expect for a redshirt freshman. Then we were able to get him some minutes at the 5, or he had some opportunities at the 5, and I think based on that matchup, he gained some confidence. He gained some valuable experience of seeing the ball go through the rim a little bit, and now for him to see it again and see the success that he had playing at the 4, where you got a bigger body defensively, but you could still be effective offensively. I think that has an opportunity to be a really valuable asset for us going forward. Noah's a very talented young man, and we've talked a lot about it. He's only scratching the surface, and it's exciting for us to see him play at that level.
Noah's Ark, Wes Offerman, the newest social media trend. Did you like that one?
You know,
did you see it?
I'm an old head by the guys, right? So I'm not much on X this time of year, but that doesn't surprise me for a Wes Offerman.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was able to debut as Noah hit a few more threes. This game got close here, Coach. Yeah. Much like we saw on Thursday. Had to make some winning plays down the stretch, and a couple of veterans delivered. Bowden Scumberg, big go-ahead 3, and then Andrew Morgan with a big finish through contact.
I thought those two delivered throughout the course of the game, too. I think that's what that needs to be stated. We talk about so many times when it's a close possession or a shot at the end of the game, you just focus right directly on that. And there's millions of plays and situations throughout the course of 40 minutes, and those guys were great for 40 minutes. And yes, it was magnified in those moments. On the glass, big shots, finishing through contact, you know, doing those things. And those are 2 of our 3 dudes. And when they're locked in and they're playing like dudes on both ends of the floor, we're going to have a bunch of opportunities to be highly successful. When they're not, our margin for error is pretty thin, and you're seeing those things. But extremely proud of those 2 playing off of each other, playing through each other, trusting each other, and that's when we're at our best.
Coach, also were able to clean up on the glass in this win against Oral Roberts. You had 13 offensive rebounds as a team, including a big one by Bo getting on the floor late in the game, 44 seconds to play. What type of tenacity did the team bring when it came to rebounding?
Yeah, you can see the smirk. You can see the smile on my face right now. Like, that is Bowden. You know, Bowden is proven to be a high-level scorer. He goes out and gets 20. He ended up being an impactful guy on the glass. He got nine rebounds. But it's the 50-50 plays. It's the nasty plays. It's the plays that make you feared and that competitive grit to you. And Bowden getting up and then clapping and doing all those things, that spirit, that energy, that joy, that has to be Bowden every possession. And when we get that out of him, it just feeds swag into the rest of the guys. I love seeing it, Sam.
It was excellent. It really fired up the crowd, too, as the Bison ended up getting the victory 72-67. Taking a look at some final numbers, Coach. Bo with the 20 and 9, as you mentioned. Morgs had another double-double, 14 and 13. This one was a tight one. 8 ties, 11 lead changes. Ended up finding a way, though, when it really mattered.
Yeah, and you touched on it. I think us being able to be up 12 on the glass was a big factor. And I didn't realize it until I got handed a stat sheet, right? When we were doing the radio with you guys afterwards. But we only fouled 9 times throughout the course of that game. That's an incredible number. We talk about discipline being a staple. We talk about eliminating the losing plays. And we stress a lot about not playing without fouling and keeping the opponent off of the free throw line. And our guys did a tremendous job of playing with their chest, their chin, their feet, rather than their hands, and it was really encouraging to see.
Now we're back on the road. Only have one game this week with the conference scheduling, so it's going to be St. Thomas on Thursday. What do you see in that matchup against the Tommies, and what's the focus going to be in practice?
Yeah, I mean, St. Thomas is 2 possessions away from being undefeated in the league, and they play with a great spirit. There's a bunch of energy at their home games, and I know it's a great big recruiting area for us as well. We got a couple guys from Minnesota. We got some guys just across the border. Noah's from Menominee in Wisconsin. So we're excited. This is a tremendous matchup. It's a great opportunity for us to continue to grow and get better. And I know our guys, I know our coaching staff's going to be excited for, like I said, a tremendous opportunity.
Well, we'll be ready to roll, Coach. Always appreciate the time. Congrats on a good weekend, and we'll keep it rolling.
Appreciate you, Sam. Thank you. Go Bison.
Go Bison. He's Coach Dave Richman. I'm Sam Neidermann. More of the Bison Basketball Show coming your way in just a little bit.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. No ATM fees and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Champions work hard and champions play hard, but none of it happens without the rest and recovery that comes from a good night's sleep. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is the official sleep partner of the NDSU Bison, and just like the Herd, they're a proud company founded in North Dakota with North Dakota values and tradition. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is a third-generation company now at the showroom in Fargo, offering premium mattresses to help you take your sleep seriously. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems, located on 13th Avenue. You're going to love sleeping with us.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America feel better. USA. Call today.
A better way of life is better days off and better nights in. Better hellos and better goodbyes. With locally approved, financed, and serviced home loans, Gate City Bank makes buying a home simple. Welcome home. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
What's going on, Bison Nation? It is the Bison Basketball Show, along with NDSU women's coach Jory Collins. I'm Sam Neidermann, and we're talking Bison women's hoops as NDSU is 4-1 in the Summit League, coming off a split on the road this past weekend. Coach Collins, always a pleasure to sit down. Good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you, too. Glad to be home and off the road, Sam.
No doubt about it. Came back home with the split. Let's start Thursday at Denver. A tough place to play, and you guys find a way to finish out this game strong. It was a 2-point game with 9 minutes minutes left, Coach. You finished on a 26-5 run.
Yeah, that was a battle going in. We haven't played well there in my time here at NDSU, and we're really excited about the opportunity to just go do something we hadn't been able to do and get done. And our girls, I think, took that and ran with it. We knew it was going to be a battle. First 3 quarters was back and forth, but we felt good about where we were at. And then, Taryn Hamling in the 4th quarter kind of sparked us, made a big play, and we got a little extra juice there, and we're able to finish that 4th quarter on a really good run.
You mentioned Taryn's play, getting it done on one end of the floor, turning it into points at the other end. How big was that for her to have that type of moment?
Well, it's great because, she practices really, really hard. She doesn't get a ton of consistent minutes, but those are increasing. And for her to go out there and just make a couple big plays, I think would be great for her confidence and our confidence too. But it was fun. You could tell our bench was really excited and really happy for her.
And her sister, Heaven, once again delivers another career milestone in this game against Denver. Coach, her 1,459th career point. The reason why that's significant, it's the most ever by a Bison women's basketball player in Division I history. How special was it to see her achieve that mark?
Well, I didn't know that until after, and I didn't know that she was going to be that close either. So it was great for us, great for the locker room. She's been as consistent of a performer and player for us as you could ask for. I don't think you get to that number or those kind of accolades without being able to do it regularly in your 4-year career. And the turnaround of our program and the ascension and getting better is a direct result of getting players like her that came in here and have been just really, really good. And we're proud of her, love coaching her, but she's got some work to do the rest of this year, and she'd tell you that too.
Yeah, unfinished business, not there yet for Heaven, that's for sure. Elle Evans was big in this game and big all weekend, Coach. She had a double-double against Denver, 22 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, I think she might have scored the first 7 points of the game, for us in that game, and I loved her mentality. I told her that on the way home the other day. Just, whatever her mindset was this weekend was really good. She came out, just was kind of hunting her own shot and own opportunities, which is something we've kind of been, asking her to do a little bit more. And she was pretty spectacular. I know, very, very efficient offensively, but also 10 rebounds, had a block shot, just, continued to play both ends of the floor at a pretty high level.
The final score, 84-63, as the Bison defeat Denver. You look at some of the news and notes from this one, Coach. You get out to a 4-0 start in league play after Thursday, the first time since the 09-10 season. It was the first road win at Denver since 2016. Good way to set the tone for the weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was, that's something that we have our aspirations for what we want to do this year, and taking care of business on the road is going to be a big factor in that. Obviously, would have loved to have got both of them this weekend, Sam, but, to be able to get a road split, take care of business at home, that's usually the formula to be around the top at the end of the year. And, we got to find ways to get some 2-0s on the road, and we'll do that at some point. But, to start the week that way was really, really good.
Well, you almost were there on Saturday afternoon. Tough Oral Roberts squad, 84-75, the final, come up short. Tell me about your overall thoughts from the result.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that was going to be a really tough game, playing Thursday night in Denver at 7 and then noon in Tulsa, with the travel and playing a team that's undefeated at home. I mean, they're very, really, really good for a reason. And I thought we battled. It was a 3-point game at halftime. We kind of weathered some pretty poor shooting from us in the first half to have it at 3. They ended up, on an 8-2 run in the 3rd quarter that kind of got it to 8-10, and it stayed that way for a really long time. We got it back to a 2-possession game with, I think, 2.5 minutes to go. And just, we didn't finish very many plays. We had a couple turnovers that led to runouts for them, and they were able to kind of keep us at bay. But I loved our fight. We didn't give up for 1 second of that game. Just really, really competed. And I think we learned a little bit, about ourselves and about what we're going to have to do against those guys next time.
Well, Coach, we talk so much about the freshmen who have been getting significant playing time for your squad here so far this season. One of them, Avery Coonan, had a nice game against Oral Roberts, 14 points, a career high there.
Yeah, she was awesome. And we needed her. We were in foul trouble in that game. I think we had 2 players foul out, 2 others before, late in the game. She had to play the 5 for us a little bit, so a different position than she's been playing. That's sometimes tough for a freshman to be able to wrap their brains around that. She came in and was terrific. I don't know what she is, 6 or 7 maybe maybe from the field, or 6 of 8, 14 points, rebounds, finished. She's really been coming on lately. Her last 3 games are probably her best 3 games of the year, and she's practiced that way the last couple weeks. So that's kind of exciting for us. It's kind of a player that's emerging for us at a great time of the year to do so, and we hope for big things from her.
No doubt about it. You look at this week here, Coach, going to be back at home Thursday against St. Thomas. What's the preparation going to be like here over the next couple of days as you guys prepare for the Thomas?
Yeah, well, we think they're really good. You know, Coach Sin has been a terrific coach for a really long time, and when you watch them on film, it's almost kind of a mirror of ourselves. We play very, very similar style, offensively and defensively. So it'll kind of be like, you know, going up against yourself a little bit. But we got to take care of business at home, and we have 3 days here to get ready for those guys, and looking forward to hopefully a big home crowd on Thursday night, and you know, just protecting home court.
It's also going to be a special game too. It's our Play for K game, the pink game, honoring those who have fought and battled cancer throughout their years. Always a special occasion to be able to help that cause.
Yeah, great cause, and I don't know that there's anybody anymore that doesn't know someone or have a family member that's been affected in one way or another by cancer. I know I certainly have with multiple people in my family and extended family. So anytime you have a chance just to continue to raise awareness and some money to help people out is always a great time. So wear your pink. Our girls will have some pink on for the game, and you know, great cause and hopefully great home atmosphere.
No doubt about it. Looking forward to it, Jory. Always a pleasure. Appreciate the time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
All righty. He's Coach Jory Collins. I'm Sam Neidermann. It's the Bison Basketball Show. We'll catch you here in just a moment.
This is Jack. Jack has a debit card from Gate City Bank. Jack likes to use his debit card because he earns points for every dollar he spends. When these points add up, they're redeemable for thousands of different rewards, like travel, cash back, or gift cards to his favorite restaurant. Whatever Jack chooses, he can earn rewards he loves just by using his debit card. So be like Jack and earn points today at gatecity.bank/enroll.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Banking Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Champions work hard and champions play hard, but none of it happens without the rest and recovery that comes from a good night's sleep. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is the official sleep partner of the NDSU Bison, and just like the Herd, they're a proud company founded in North Dakota with North Dakota values and tradition. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is a third-generation company now at the showroom in Fargo, offering premium mattresses to help you take your sleep seriously. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems, located on 13th Avenue. You're going to love sleeping with us.
Krzewinski doesn't like what she sees, but now she turns to the hoop. Count it, and the foul.
Just move the ball, and if Bison are hitting like that.
This time it's Abby Krzewinski. So Krzewinski puts it on the deck and scores. Boy, that was impressive.
Hey, Bison Nation, welcome back on into the Bison Basketball Show. We are here courtside with NDSU freshman Abby Krzewinski. And Abby, it's great to have you here on the show. You are one of the many freshmen who are playing right now for this ball club. How has it felt to be getting not only good minutes, but also in the lineup here in your first year of collegiate basketball?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy, especially being a freshman. I mean, coming in, you're not quite sure what to expect, but I think I've just fully embraced my kind of role and just kind of rolling with it.
Did you have a welcome to college basketball moment? What was that like, your first game, your first start, where it's like, all right, we've arrived here?
Yeah, I think first start I definitely was shocked, and just with the physicality and obviously playing against older girls and everything is very different. So just kind of knowing that difference between high school and basketball within my first start and first couple minutes of the game even was kind of a shock almost.
For sure. You also played fairly close here to Fargo, coming over from Wayzata, Minnesota. Really good place of high school basketball. What was that experience like, kind of getting some good competition and preparing yourself here for this next level?
Yeah, I loved my high school experience. I mean, I was able to play with a ton of other good players as well, and that kind of transferred over here. I was able to bring those skills that I was able to use in high school along with being able to play against harder components and stuff, and so I was able to just bring that here.
And you're a Bison for year one. Jory Collins, our head coach, brings you in. What's it been like getting to know the culture of this program and playing for Jory and company?
Yeah, I mean, we're a big family here. I mean, we got a close-knit group of girls, and we all love each other, and we're playing for each other. So each game is very exciting. We love celebrating each other, and it's it carries over on the court, off the court. It's a super fun experience.
I've heard you and your game described as blue collar, bringing some hustle, bringing some hustle plays to the floor. Where do you think that comes from when you get out on the court?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've just been a competitive person. I mean, all throughout my life, just with my sisters and everything, I've always wanted to be the best at what I can and everything. So I think just that kind of dirty work, almost people would describe it as, comes from that.
No doubt about it. Abby, you're one of many freshmen who are playing right now for this squad. You look at your roommate, Riley Simon, Avery Coonan, Taryn Hamling. You guys are all making contributions. What's that been like to kind of see this class grow and bud at the same time?
I think it's cool just to look at our growth from the summer when we first came here. I mean, it's only been a couple months, and so just seeing how we've all kind of grown into a different role on the team is really cool to see.
You guys have been in conference play here, 4-1 in the league as we have this conversation. What do you think is attributed to such a strong start for the squad?
I think we're willing to do the hard things and really just focus on us instead of necessarily the other team always, and just making sure that we're doing what we need to be doing to be able to succeed.
You look at a couple of the veterans that we have on this squad. Let's start with Heaven Hamling. She just set the D1 scoring record for the program this past weekend against Denver in the victory there. What's it like playing with Heaven and having that sort of veteran senior presence in the locker room for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, her being a 6-year, she knows a lot of stuff, and especially just having that leadership on the court, just telling us what to do, being able to make the right plays and just see us on the court always is very helpful throughout the game.
Abby, we've got more conference play coming up, starting with St. Thomas here at home in our Play for K pink game here inside the Shack. What are you guys focusing on in practice to try and keep this momentum going as we continue out through the league play?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just kind of focusing on us and making sure that we're keeping our details sharp and just making sure that we're playing within ourselves instead of playing like someone else's game.
You got it. Well, we appreciate the time here today, Abby. Always a pleasure, and looking forward to seeing you and the rest of this freshman class continue to rock on out on the floor. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Awesome. Abby Krzewinski here with us for NDSU Bison Basketball. We'll have much more to come here on the Bison Basketball Show. Stick with us.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Bank and Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Teamwork, talent, dedication, leadership. These values build community, improve lives, and make a difference every single day. For you, for our neighbors, for our community, for a better way of life. Gate City Bank.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America fuel better. Call today.
White will leave this for Dissett. Nice spin move by Derek Dissett. Excellent job. You can see that they want to use Dissett. Morgan, Scunberg for the lead. Yes! Great recognition by Morgan. Scunberg's man left him. Tough shot over Vicente is good. It is. That is. That was a great job. The feed to Feddersen. How about Feddersen?
Alrighty, Bison Nation, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Bison Basketball Show. We appreciate you joining us as always. Big shout out to Abby Krzewinski, NDSU freshman, for joining us. Excited to see what she does the rest of this season. And of course, a big thank you to Jory Collins and Dave Richman as well. Shout out to our great crew here at WDAY. We've got the Bison Basketball Show for you live each week, 9:30 Wednesday nights on WDAY Extra and 6:30 Thursday evenings leading in to Bison basketball. That'll be it for this week's edition. I'm Sam Neidermann. Go Bison.
The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.